guys? It's your girl Jasmine, and we are back with another episode of It's Just Foreplay. So, we have arrived to our most highly anticipated episode, and I have an amazing guest speaker that's going to help me make this episode incredible. So, please help me welcome a very dear friend of mine, Jynx. What's up,
Hey,
Jynx?
hey. How you doing, girl?
Child, I'm feeling real lovely today.
Looking lovely too.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
You look good. I like the little purple and the swoopy swoop.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, let me ask you, how does it feel to be a guest speaker on my podcast?
It's exciting. It's my first podcast, but if I had to do it with anybody, glad to be doing it with you.
Yay!
So, yeah, I was really looking forward to it.
Yay! So, of course, I I was like, out of some of my friends, some of my friends are not as vocal, but I was like, I already know. I don't even have to. I feel like I didn't even have to ask, but I'm like, let me go ahead and ask. Just. And of course, she was like, sure, sure. So
Why not?
hey, I'm glad you said yes.
Anytime.
Yes. So this episode title is Three is Company. And we are going to get into a lot of different things when it comes to relationships. So we're going to be discussing open relationships, poly relationships, threesomes, and swingers. So let's jump right into it. So first we're going to start with an icebreaker just to kind of, calm the nerves a little bit.
Okay. No, same. Good.
Yeah, and feel free to, drink your wine and, get all chill, so.
I should have got wine. I went hardcore with the liquor tonight, so.
Oh, okay. Go hardcore then. So it's kind of like a this or that type of thing. So gooch liquor or salad tosser, if you had to choose.
I mean, to be honest, they're real close to each other anyway. So,
They are.
But let's go with gooch liquor.
Yeah, I think, and I'll answer some of these too.
I was gonna say,
yeah, you're like, bitch, you're like,
don't just have me out here. I need to
right.
know.
I think I'll do gooch liquor as well. I mean, either one works for me, but
like I said, it's so close.
You're right. If you had to choose oral sex from one particular person, would it be male or female?
Come on. Okay. So I would say male, and that's only because I have one that knows what they're doing, so I ain't got to worry about teaching or nothing like that. So it's just like stick to what I got, stick to what you know. No.
I'm not gonna lie. My current situation is amazing, shockingly, considering past child. Considering, so he's actually phenomenal. But if I had to choose, I would say woman.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say woman because not you. Like you said, you have a partner that's A1. Like you ain't got to worry about that, and he's stuck with you for life. So yeah,
so.
But my current situation, I'm not married, or wrong hand. I'm not married, so it's not like I'm not gonna be able to get that forever, ever. So
right.
If I had to choose, it'd be a woman.
That's fair. They know what they're doing too. They know what they're doing.
Oh yes. And this is the last one. If you had to choose, would you want your partner to be submissive or dominant?
I prefer dominance in both genders.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. So, like I said, I'm just now tapping into my bisexual side, I guess you could say. So sometimes I get that shy tendency, but then yeah.
So I could have sworn that I heard on one of your other podcasts that your first experiences, like sexual experiences, was with a female. So how are we just being curious about it now?
So that's a good question. So when I first had that encounter with her, that was my first sexual experience ever. Like I hadn't had penetration. Maybe I think I was 13, so the next year is when I had sex with a male. Child, he could have kept that shit. But anyway, I was, for one, nervous because I was always told it's supposed to be male and female, not female, female. Mm-hmm. I didn't know how to tell my mom. Hell, my mom actually just found out from listening to this podcast. She was like, who, what? So, sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to put you on blast. But, like, I kept it to myself for so long. But I feel like now I'm embracing it. Like, fuck it.
Okay.
I like vagina, you know, so,
yeah,
you know, it's something that it's always been in the back of my mind, like, do I actually like women? Do I, you know, so it was like, I enjoyed the hell out of that time. And it wasn't just a one-time thing. It was a situation where every time we see, not every time, but when we seen each other, it was different things we would try. We would touch this, lick this, or, you know, whatever. So.
Got your ass. That's what happened.
Yeah. So, and I didn't have another experience with a woman until my 20s, late 20s, actually. So I was tapping back into it, and I was like, I felt I was bi-curious, to be quite honest. So, you know, once I start tapping into it a little bit more, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just consider myself bisexual, fully bisexual. So I'm still very nervous. I'm still, you know, with certain things, but once I get in my zone, I can be dominant, but I just prefer my partner to be dominant. To be able to take control.
So. That's fair. Okay. I was wondering because I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard differently, but that makes sense.
Yeah. So that was fun. This is my first time ever like incorporating an icebreaker, something to, you know.
I like it.
So let's jump right into the first one. So open relationships. So what would you say your definition of open relationship is? So let me just introduce this a little different. These types of relationships, everybody has a different terminology of it. And some people just somewhat guess or be like, well, I think it's this or I think it's that. Because to be honest, I didn't even honestly know what the correct definition of swingers were. I thought swingers and open relationships were the same thing. So somebody may not know what open relationship is. So what would you say your definition of open relationship is? And I'm gonna give mine, and then I'm gonna give the actual definition of it.
So I mean, look, I'm no professional here. I'm not an educator, nothing like that. I know some things, and I've been through some things, and that's about it. So that's it. But in my experience, I guess open relationships consist of, I guess, partners who have open relationships with other people. They have, sometimes I have a primary person, and then they date outside of that, or, you know, they just have multiple partners. And I feel like evidently they always end up coming back to a single partner, but everybody's different. Everybody's dynamic's different. So, but open is pretty self-explanatory, I think. Just open.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel like it's kind of like an involuntarily type of share, but then again, no, because I remember that era when everybody was like, oh, I want that Will and Jada relationship where she just let him do whatever. And that's when I first was like, what is an open relationship? Like, what is that? So they was like where she allows him to go and sleep with whoever and vice versa. So I'm like, huh, interesting. But they were married. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good example, I think, of an open relationship. Yeah. Or open marriage, I guess, in their case.
So I feel like if she can step off, of course she's going to go step off with a male. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to join that. So that's, you know, that's different. Like she's off on her own with another. What's his name? August Alsina. That's like that. He's not going to join in on that unless, you know, hey, unless that's what he, you know.
I mean,
whatever floats your boat. But so I guess that's a great example of open relationship. So the definition I have is a type of consensual and non-monogamous relationship. In this type of romantic relationship, partners aren't exclusively dating one another. So
there you go. So maybe not, they don't have a primary partner. Maybe it is just open.
Yeah. Like what did Jada say? I was in an entanglement.
Entanglement.
So yeah.
She keyed that one for life.
That
forever that
Yeah.
one.
So, I'm trying to think, was I ever in an open relationship? I don't think so. No,
If
I
you
don't think
don't
so.
know about it, baby, it's just
Yeah,
cheating.
basically involuntarily. I'm just sharing my nigga involuntarily. So, I
That is
mean,
not
shit.
how it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to. Everybody's supposed to be in the know. Everyone's supposed to know what's going on. Like
Exactly.
ideally, like if you're really serious about claiming this, you got to
If
be able to
only
explain yourself.
these niggas are not, they don't give a damn. They gonna keep that shit to themselves. They're gonna take it to the grave until you catch their ass. So
But at
basically,
the same time, if a dude came up and approached you on some real shit and was just like, I have two girlfriends, I'm in an open relationship, they know about each other, and you just gonna be like, okay, it's cool, you told me. No.
honestly, well, no, 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 no. I feel like if I, because I have never been approached like that, never. So I just feel like if a dude were to come to me and present that day one and say,
Hmm.
hey, I got this other girl, whatever. First of all, I'm be like, oh, what she look like?
See, because you the right
So
one. You the
you
right one.
never know what a person is willing to deal with or put up with in a relationship, or just whatever. Maybe it's consent. I mean, maybe it's just one night stand, or continuous sex, or whatever. You never know what a person is willing to deal with or put up with unless you ask. But these
Right.
niggas, they just don't give a fuck. Well, some of these niggas, everybody don't have a
Yeah.
will, like
Yeah.
you.
Well, you got to get you a will. Get you a will
I
out
mean,
here.
hey, I gotta find one out here. Yeah, I'm looking. But ask Will, do he got a uncle, or
You don't want none of that.
Okay,
You don't want none of that.
okay.
I love you. You don't want none of that.
So, but most, like I said, most of these men are not honest. And let me just bring this up. I actually had a conversation with a young feller who
Not the
he
fella.
was talking to me and another friend of mine, and he was telling us he was polymorous,
Hmm.
or no, that's not the term. What shit, hold on, I forgot what he said it was, and I probably pronounced it wrong, but let's see. Yeah, polymorous. Yeah. So
Polyamorous.
polyamorous.
There
See,
you
I
go.
told you,
No, you
polyamorous.
got it.
And when he said it and he broke it down, what it, because again, I learned new shit every day. So when he gave the definition of it, I was just like, huh.
See, and
So
we love a
you
knowledgeable king. Like,
a
know what you're
knowledgeable
talking
king,
about.
and he fine.
Mhm.
And it was just like, he was like, I just like being able to be free, like not having to be, and I like for everybody that's around me that I have a connection with to be able to understand that. And I was like, yo, you are a fucking gem. And like, you're a rare species.
Protect this man. Who is he?
And award this guy. So I was just, and we're gonna get into what the definition of, say it,
Polyamory.
polyamory. We're gonna get into
Yeah.
the actual definition of that later on in the show. But I was just like, yo, yeah, you the one.
We respect that though. We like that. That's
Mhm.
that's that's a good thing. That
So for
shows
me,
you honest and open about communication.
yes. So
So
I just feel like if I were approached like that, okay, let me run down my options and see,
I
and run down your options and see what you have to make, okay, I can
yeah.
deal with that.
You maintain the lifestyle that you're trying to live, say, that's
Yeah, live up to my standards, So yeah, I'll be willing to
it.
put
Hey,
up with it.
see, a lot of
So
guys probably think that they're going to get a negative reaction regardless of how they approach the female. So,
you just
you know,
never know.
you never
So
know.
that brings me to the question I have for you. So when it comes to women, well, let me ask you. Um, you are. What is your relationship status?
Um, oh God. So, married, of course, but polyamorous. Our dynamic is a male, female, female relationship.
Okay. So with that, what requirements do you look for in a woman? Because I was just gonna say that since you said if I was approached with the honesty of a man saying, "Hey, I'm in an open relationship for whatever,"
Mm,
would I be willing to accept that? Yeah, I want to
yep.
see what she looked like too. So, because I'm like, if I like what I see, if I would be able to do it. So, that brings me to what do you look for in a woman? So I know me, I don't really have types. I just need a beautiful face. I need someone to be able to look back at me and just snatch my eyeballs at my face and like, ooh, bitch, you just gorgeous. I don't have really requirement of body types because to be honest, sometimes if the face just is beautiful, like just drop dead gorgeous, sometimes I'm just like, oh well, I don't really say, oh, I don't like big women or little, like there's no really requirement when it comes to that, because I know I'm a plus size woman myself, and I wouldn't like for somebody to say, oh, I don't date big girls. That would definitely offend. But so I would say definitely the face is something I like. Hair, nails is not really, no requirement. But what do you look for?
I don't know. You know what? I'm big on personality types. Like,
okay.
I don't want to say I'm hard to get along with, but I don't find a whole lot of females that I get along with too long. Long periods of time we're talking. And so, if I can vibe with you, if I can talk to you, we can smoke, we can chill. We got a good chance of kicking things off. That's it for me. I'm pretty simple.
A vibe and connection is definitely something. The next step. I know somebody was like, sometimes I don't even want them to open their mouth. Like, their appearance is everything, but sometimes what comes out their mouth is just like, yo, you just ruined it.
What? I'm not even gonna lie to you on your own podcast. Girls that have super high pitched voices, it might be a no for me. It might be a no for me. But that's it. I swear.
It's so funny because me and my current situation, we were here after our one little session, and we were watching, what's the name of the damn show? Not show. The movie where I can't think of her name. Michelle. She had her little movie, her Lifetime movie or whatever was on Netflix, and I had turned it on, and he had came out the shower, and he was like, "Yeah, I couldn't do it." It was just so funny. I was like, I said she's pretty. He was like, yeah,
that ain't it.
That ain't me. Sorry. Right. I was like, dang. But after a while, I was like,
see, then you heard it. Then it was ruined.
Yeah, ruined.
Nice.
So yeah, I definitely get that. I'm trying to think of something else that would be like a for me. I guess I would just say like maybe hygiene, but you won't know certain parts of hygiene that's off until certain times. So,
and if you know beforehand, then that's also a sign.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, so yeah, and then I do like a nice plump cheeks, just a little something to grab on.
A little sprinkle of cheeks,
Because I'm a part of the Little Booty Committee, so I feel like I have a little squishy back there.
You shaping it up.
Hey,
shout out to my
trainer.
Shout out to my workout group.
Right, Destiny. That bitch be killing us. But anyway, I seen your story, bitch. You was like,
yeah, my cheeks was paying off. It was nice. It was blown in the wind and shit. She was lovely.
She's showing the fuck out.
Yeah. I worked for them cheeks.
You did. So let's get into another topic. Let's talk about threesomes. What is your definition of a threesome? And it's probably pretty self-explanatory, but what's your definition of threesomes?
3 or more people participating in sexual events. That's what I'm gonna go with. A little group gathering.
Yeah. Group gathering. Group session. So threesome basically I feel like is MFF or FMM or whatever, but you all are engaging in each other. Like everybody is touchy and feely and sucky and everything on each other.
Relax, guys. Calm down.
So yeah, that's my definition of threesomes.
Yeah, definitely.
The terminology for threesomes on Urban Dictionary is a group of 3 people engaging in the same activity, sexual activity. So yeah. So the question that came from an Instagram follower: do you have any rules or guidelines for your threesomes if you've had any, and to make sure there's an understanding because they were so basically they wrote out a long. I had to summarize it. So basically, she was saying that she's been nervous to give her guy a threesome. He's been asking, but she's been nervous because she's just she's into women, but she just don't know. Like she is building her trust with him. So she was like, I don't know if he's gonna try to step off with the girl or whatever.
Yeah.
So she just kind of wanted to know what's some requirements that anyone would have when it comes to a threesome.
I mean, for me, it took a lot of trust in my partner, just personally. Like before I met my husband, this wasn't something that I did with anybody else. It came with a certain level of trust that I got for him, and then it just kind of went that way. But if you are that hesitant about your partner, maybe talk about it some more. Figure out what type of individual you'd be looking for, as far as if it's somebody somebody you don't know. Talk through everything, like every possible aspect of it until you are comfortable. If you don't ever get comfortable with it, then I wouldn't push yourself to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't trust your partner, you can't just force that trust to appear. So talk about it. Talk about all that shit, even if it's weird and uncomfortable.
Honesty
all
is
of that
key when it comes to just this in general. So I'm gonna kind of give a little backstory. When I was first introduced to a threesome or asked to have a threesome, it was with a guy that I wasn't even in a relationship with. I was just having continuous sex with, so him and me it was great. No, it was not great. I mean, it was his presentation of the penis was amazing, but
the presentation of the penis,
like it was the body was everything, but just the timing of everything was all wrong. And what I mean by that is premature. Yeah, very.
We're gonna fill in the blanks on that. I got you.
Take what you want with that. So
got it.
He introduced me to a threesome and asked me, and said, do I have any friends or whatever that we can bring in? I'm like, okay, fine. I of course I love women, so why not? Let's see. So I asked a person. He asked us, could we do a group chat? Okay. So kept it real simple, just chit-chatting on the group chat. Come to find out, he's been hitting the person up off the group chat, asking her what's her favorite positions, what's what else did he ask? I forgot the other questions he asked her. But basically, when I stopped listening, she was like, he reached out to me on Instagram DM. I just stopped listening low key after that. I'm like, that was the purpose of the group chat.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? And then in the group chat, he was sending videos of of course, that I've already seen that he would send me. And then he would turn around and DM her or message her separately with other videos. Wait a minute. Even though that's not a biggie, but I'm just like, yo, what are you doing? So, and then another thing, and those are the ones
that ruin it for everybody. I'm sorry, but those are the ones that just don't deserve.
No, do not deserve
the finer things.
So ladies,
you're offering this man a platter, and you want to be. Yeah, that's fine.
Just ruined it. But anyway, and then another thing that he did that just really bothered me. So when we first started talking, he was telling me that he did not perform oral sex on certain women, or I'm not gonna lie, he was in a relationship.
Okay.
And already in a relationship with the mother of his children. So he said he doesn't really do that because, it's just that's his preference. I was like, okay. All right. When it came time for this damn threesome, when we first got on the group chat, he was asking what are some things that we would like. I can't remember who asked it, if it was me or him. I mean, me or her. But basically, oral sex came up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's no problem." What? That was strike 3, my nigga. So no, not
the red flags is just waving on this dude.
I tell you, I was just like, you know what? You can go fuck her on your own. You don't even, basically you don't even need me.
You don't need me for nothing. I just set this up for you.
Basically.
So,
So I don't even know if they ever did anything. Not my business. I don't even care because I don't give a fuck about him no more. And if he's watching, oh well, I don't give a fuck. But
tighten up,
the
sir. Tighten
I
up.
tighten up. I recently had the most amazing first threesome ever. And the reason why I say this is because, for one, it was with my current situation, and I feel like he made it very much comfortable for me because I didn't have to worry about him doing no sneaky shit. For one, for two, um, he asked about because he kind of already knew I like women just based on my TikToks. He kind of already knew I like women, so he was just
Obviously.
like, yeah. So he asked, and I was like, okay. So um, the female was someone that I didn't even know that was into the same shit I was basically into. So she finally was able to come down or come over, and I basically surprised him with it because he knew it was coming. It's just
Hmm.
scheduling with everybody is just always hectic. Everybody has something going on. So when he came over, he walked through the door and she was on the bed. He was like, "Oh well, shit!" He hurried up and jumped in the shower.
That's it.
He
We
was
in
ready
there. I
in
know
there.
that's right. See,
So
but you had a certain level of trust for my dude, and that was what made you comfortable enough to,
and I
give him
didn't.
this type of opportunity.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna
and
call
of
it.
course we had
Opportunity.
threesomes before. We grown. He didn't have threesomes
Yeah.
before, but this was my first, and
Hmm.
this was technically her first because she didn't. I think she said the first time she'd ever been with MFF, the woman was pregnant and she couldn't really like she was like 7 8 months, so it could like she had a towel down and everything. I'm
Pregnant.
like, so she didn't really do much. So basically,
Okay.
she was doing all the work with him. So like it didn't really feel like a threesome. So,
Okay.
but technically, this was her first time, and she enjoyed it. She was like, you know, so I never felt uncomfortable as far as him doing something off on her, with her.
Mm,
Like I don't, I have trust now. Like my
yeah.
trust is rebuilt. So I had fun, and again, my re, everything as far as that have been rebuilt with trust. So that's my
Well,
little
that's good.
backstory.
That's amazing to hear. Like shit like that doesn't happen often enough to
No,
people.
it doesn't.
So,
And
good for you.
I'm guessing he already kind of knew what to do because, like I said, this is not his first threesome. So it's like he probably already know like some shit you just don't do because you don't want no drama with it.
He also cared enough to ask. So,
Yeah.
that's important too. Oh, that's
Hmm.
what's up. You sound like a good dude. I like him so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop it, Jinx.
But yeah, so I definitely would say my got the only rule I would really have just based on my backstory, that my
Mm,
long ass backstory that I gave, um, I would just say absolutely no solo contacting
mm,
afterwards or no meeting up. Like I just feel like that's a little disrespectful. Like if this is considered a threesome, at least
mm.
if you want to be honest about it. If you want to step off with that person and say, hey, I just want to do it, whatever, just ask or be honest
Yep.
because or shit, if you're gonna do it, at least let me watch because keep
Something.
all of us in the loop, so because
It's
like
like
I
we
said,
did this together, so it's like we doing this together. Like it's how it started, it's how it's going.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
No, I
that's
get
all
that.
that's the only thing I would say. Would you have any like besides the one I mentioned?
No, I mean,
That's a
let's
biggie,
see.
like that's a strong one.
That is, I mean, but that's like that respect for your partner. It comes into play and all of that. So
It's
like,
respect. There we go.
mm, yep.
You and
Um,
I. No, wrong song.
let's see. Something my partner is not. Wow, you was just all over the place.
Say you and I. I meant to spell the Aretha Franklin one. Respe.
One of them spelling ones.
Right.
Nice,
Right.
nice. How much wine you been sipping over there?
One bottle's in the trash. Just put it like that.
Salute. Okay. Let's see. Something my partner is not allowed to do. Okay, this is kind of a silly one, but I guess it was something that we communicated early, and it's kind of stuck with us.
Mhm.
He is not allowed to kiss other women.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
And it's really random, but when we first started dating, it took him, I'm gonna say it was a year.
Mhm.
He argues this to this day. So it took him a significant amount of time before he kissed me for the first time. Not before we started fucking. Not before we started fucking. Just until like later on. And I was just like, if I ever see you just up and kiss somebody, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
And it's not even nothing like legit to be mad about. It was just one of them things that I was just like, nah, it took you a minute to kiss me. You're not gonna be just out here kissing bitches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as simple and silly as that sounds, that was one of our rules. Still is one of our rules.
Yeah. Are you a kisser?
Huh?
Are you a kisser?
Oh yeah, me? Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. That's why it
I,
bothered me so much when he didn't kiss me in the beginning, because I was just like, who has sex without kissing? I mean, people do it. It's a little weird. We don't
I
kink shame,
can't.
but whatever.
It ain't got to be the whole, it ain't got to be all
No,
that, but just
no.
make me feel,
Something.
make
Like,
me
I'll be
a
nervous.
little,
I just need to be relaxed. Just,
yeah.
yeah.
I definitely get that. So, yeah, those are some good requirements, or rules, I guess you could say. Let's get into the most burning topic of them all, poly relationships, and the most lengthy, the different dynamics, I guess you could say, of poly. So, what's the main poly relationship is it polyamory? Polyamory? I'm
Polyamory.
probably saying this shit wrong, and I hate it. I'm horrible with pronunciation, especially when I got some damn wine in my system. What
Polyamory.
polyamory? Amory. Okay. So, what is your definition of polyamory?
Okay, so I mean, if you break it down, poly means many. So polyamory is kind of like many loves or many hearts, however you want to phrase it. Everybody has different dynamics though. So you have one male, two females. You have one female, two males, two females. However you want to do it. Everybody's got their own dynamic, but it's the ability to love and care for more than one person at a time. I think in a romantic, sometimes non-romantic level.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was off the
That
rip.
was really good. That was
Thank
really
you.
good.
Thank you.
Because I'm trying to shit. I'm trying to put the shit in my own words now. Because basically that's what it is. It's basically male and female, or male or or female, whatever. Basically bringing in another person to join them. Whether, like you said, whether it's relationship or just a whatever. But the definition of polyamory.
Yeah, that's it.
Polyamory, it says, specifically refers to people who have multiple romantic relationships at the same time. So, like you said, MFF, FMM, or MFFFFF.
Hey, wherever the wind blows.
Whatever floats your boat, So, the one that I talked about with my guy friend that was telling me he was is it polyamorous? I think that's what it was. Hold on. Basically, engaging in multiple romantic relationships with the consent to all the people involved, but they don't link up with each other. So he has multiple off relationships.
So I'm pretty sure, ironically enough, Jada Pinkett Smith talked about this topic on her Red Table Talk at one point. But in each poly relationship, there is such thing as an open table dynamic. And that is when you and all of your partners all know each other, all talk to each other, not necessarily interact with each other, but y'all are all aware. Mm-hmm. And then, there's the opposed to that, where it's like you have your partners, I don't want to know about them, you do your thing, I do mine, so it's just however you want to set it up, to be honest with you. But yeah, it sounds like what he's talking about is he's making everybody aware, of everything that's going on. So yeah, up front.
So and that's what I was like.
I can rock with that because you told me up front. I didn't have to find out about it.
Exactly. I didn't have to go on social media and seeing this bitch with you, and it's. I was I was so taken back when I seen it. I was like, God. I mean, when I heard that, I was just like, shit.
You see, that's the
So,
right way to do it.
yes. So, um, it says some polyamorous people are married and have partners outside of their marriages. So, and you mentioned that you guys are married and you are in a sometimes engage in poly relationships, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So, let me ask this question. When you are looking for, what's the term for? Is it unicorn? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I heard that on I think it was, I forgot what podcast I was listening to. I think it was Horrible Decisions, but unicorns. Do you use, like, as far as meeting the women, do you use anything like dating apps, or do you already know the people that you want to bring in personally already?
Okay, so I guess we've done a little bit of both.
Okay.
We've been involved with people that we knew mutually or whatever, and they kind of already knew our lifestyle and they was down. So, it is what it is. But on the flip side, there are like actual threesome dating apps. Like there's one called Three Fun. That's, shout out Three Fun. There's a couple of them, and it's like specifically for that lifestyle, that type of thing. So it just, depends on what you're looking for. So we've used both. Haven't necessarily had successful relationships using these, but we've had some situations that are relatively memorable.
Some fun relationships or
So,
situations.
a little couple entanglements, as we said.
Would you say the name of that app?
Three Fun,
Okay.
FUN. That's the one.
Mhm.
Shout out.
Okay. All right.
I'll
Glad I
give
had
you
that
some
pen
other ones
available.
later.
Okay. Glad I had
Once I
that
get
pen
up.
handy.
Yeah. Not you.
So, which ones would you say was? You said okay, the apps. Yeah. I don't think I. So that's why I wrote that down, because I didn't know. What's the name of that other app? I know a guy friend of mine introduced me to SLS is an app, but I think that was linked to when we Trapeze. So they had kind of linked a coupon to this app. I think it was like a promotion thing to.
Hold on. Trapeze has coupons?
So if you go as the theme of the, so yeah,
Oh
it was
yeah,
one
they give you
time.
like $10 off.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
either you
okay,
go
okay.
dressed as a theme. So the time I think it was the first time I went, they had two coupons. They had where if you dress as a theme, you get $10 off, and then if you I forgot what it was, but it was something. And I went and downloaded the app and signed up and all this stuff, and I got an additional $10 off. So
They have
it
an
was
app?
just, yeah, it's
I haven't been
yeah.
in a while.
They
It's
only
been a
did it
minute.
once. They probably took that shit away because
Oh,
of
okay.
recession. They gotta get their coins.
Yeah, okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, so that's one. And then when I talked to a homeboy of mine, he's into all this as well. So he was like, yeah, he said, yeah, go and finish your profile so I can go follow you. I'm like, well, shit, okay. Like, what the
Do
hell?
you want to inform your viewers what trapeze is? They may not be knowledgeable to such things.
So trapeze is basically a free environment where you could just do any and everything with, I feel like, no judgment. Because so when you first go, so basically I was introduced to trapeze as a swingers club. Like I was told it was a swingers
Mm-hmm.
club. And I know I wanted to go for the first time for, can't remember if it was my 29th birthday or my 30th birthday, but I ended up going for the first time for my 29th birthday. My cousin actually took me, and we went. When you first walk in, it's like a bar area, but it's bring your own beer. So
Love that.
basically you bring your own shit,
Yep.
and drink until you can't drink no more. And then
Mhm.
there's a area where they serve food. The food is actually really good too,
It
shockingly.
is. Yeah.
And
If you get there early, you got to get there
yes,
early
yes.
because yeah.
The shit. By the time we left out the back room, and one of them was scraps of bacon left, and I was
Yeah.
struggling because I was starving.
I bet
I
you
was like
was hungry as hell, won't you?
hungry as hell. So the food is actually really good. And then on the other side, there's this lounge area. Like they also have a pole. You
Mm-hmm.
can be turning up in there. And Now you're more than welcome to go to the back to engage in your sexual activities where there's no cameras, no nothing, like nothing is allowed as far as that. But
Can't even wear
sometimes some people
clothes
can't.
past a certain point.
Yeah, some people cannot wait to get to the back, so they be fucking in the front. So it's like shit, you couldn't wait. So it's whatever.
Judgment free. Do your
Right,
thing.
yeah, hey, no judgment. But you taking a chance because the cameras are in the front, or people can have their phones in the front. So when you
That's
get
true.
yeah, so when you get to the towards get ready to go towards the back, you have to go into the locker room, and you can only go into the back room with either a towel, lingerie, or absolute your birthday suit. So I think you can either buy a lock or whatever, you can bring your own lock or whatever. Then apparently there's this other portion of, I think it's called the diamond package. I have never been back there, and the two times I've been to Trapeze, I've never been there. Another friend of mine that just recently went said that the back room is way better than the actual back portion room, but it costs more. I said,
What
oh,
could
that's
you
why I've never been back
possibly
there.
be doing in the back room that you can't do in the front
Exactly,
room?
but she said it was super turned in there, and I'm
That's all
like,
the
if
new
I'm
thing.
amazed by what's in the other back room, I can just only imagine what's going on in the diamond
I
package.
can't imagine. I can't imagine. Now I need
Hey,
to go.
right. I need to go see for myself.
Well, I gotta go see what it is.
So in the back room, there's another bar. You can let the bartender in the front know that you're ready to go to the back, and they'll switch take your drinks to there. Your bottles there. I can't remember. I don't think there's a pole back there, but they have a pool table. They have chairs, rooms where there's peepholes, or you can just leave the door open, or you can lock it. So people.
There's a room with a mirror. Have you seen the room with the two-way
Oh yeah,
mirror?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Me and my guy friend went one time, and we was all in, like, it was a bunch of us in that room just having it. And I didn't even realize there was a mirror in there until I got finished. I was like, oh shit, my hair.
You need the little thought bubbles that go up into like what happened, in the corner.
Like,
Yeah. Flashbacks and shit.
But my favorite room is the back portion where it's like this big ass bed and then beds along the side. But I
Hmm.
think single men are not allowed back there. So you have to be with a woman to go in order
On
to go back there.
certain nights.
Oh, sorry,
It
nice. Okay.
depends on the night that you go because there's also like a gangbang night. You got to watch out for that one. It's
What they banging on?
I don't know. I've never been. They said
Gang
gangbang. I said
banging
no.
night. Oh my
I said
god.
I'm a pass on whatever y'all got happening that night. What is that? Okay, no.
I would
No,
love to go see.
oh, right. It needs to be a
I would
fly on
watch
the
from a
wall.
distance, but
Yeah, but no, certain nights have certain rules, I guess, single guys. Because like one night we went with our girlfriend out there, and there was a single dude there, and he was like, "Yo, can I borrow your girl just so I could get in? I'll pay for her and everything." And so he borrowed our girlfriend so he could get because he was a single dude and he couldn't get in without a
yeah,
girl.
it's
So they let
expensive
him
for
get
them.
in.
It's
Yeah.
expensive.
So he dead ass asked us if he could borrow our girlfriend. I said,
I
"Well, I
borrow.
appreciate you approaching us." Like it was
Right.
literally as soon as we stepped out the car, he was just like, "Hey, I see there's two of y'all. Would you mind?" I was just like, "Well, cool." We didn't see him the rest of the night, which was also cool because I don't like people that want things and then expect, some shit
Mm-hmm.
later. So it worked out. It was funny though.
Yeah. Okay. Um. But yeah, that back room, you're able to see everything, and it's. I enjoyed myself because I love everyone just being free and not it's no judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first went, I just wanted to watch. I didn't want to. I just wanted
I,
to see what was going on, and this was during the time of my bi-curious stage. So again, I just wanted to observe and see what I was getting myself into, and if I would like to come back. And I
no,
have
that's
been back.
fair. She said I've been.
I've been back. So yeah, definitely something that you couples or single, you should definitely try. It's such a vibe in there. I feel like it's such a vibe.
It is. They
Um,
got a nice mix of people in there too. Every time I've
mhm,
been, it's been pretty decent.
yeah. So let me ask, as far as because you said you've had some poly relationships and some just just people joining, but not as a relationship. What was your longest poly relationship? Would you say?
Longest relationship was probably about 6 months.
Okay,
Mm.
and it just kind of like just come to an end, like yeah.
It was one of those. So, okay, that was my one and only interaction having a girlfriend. And
Okay.
so it was just a lot of feeling each other out, feeling, what everybody was looking for, seeing how everybody meshes together. And, it didn't work out the way that we expected it to, but it was definitely like a learning experience and know how to
Oh.
take it the next time around. You're never going to get it right the first time.
Oh, of
I mean,
course
if you
not.
do, I mean, yay. But typically you don't. So, no, like she was great. It was cool. It just we was looking for different things at different times, and
Okay,
yeah.
that's understandable. Okay, so I have never been in a poly relationship. Am I opposed to it? I mean, I would definitely, if I was approached. I don't know. I have. I was telling some friends of mine that I feel like I know a certain couple that's gonna ask me eventually, but I've never, I've never. Hey, and I actually have a friend that I'm attracted to her. Her husband, I don't want to say I'm attracted to her husband because like I don't want her to be like, I don't want to say it out loud, but I am attracted to her. And
Mm-hmm.
her husband is also on the tasty side a little bit, so
Tasty.
I don't want to like I don't even know if they're into it or not.
Okay.
So that's the funny thing. I don't know if they're into it, but if I were to be asked, oh yeah. But
Mm.
I'm scared. That's why I said I'm very the shy person. Like I'm not.
You just got to figure out the right way to word it.
Yeah,
Be
because
like, just sneak in there and be like, so what's you and your husband's
oh
dynamic? If
yeah,
she knows the term dynamic, and she in there, you
yeah.
in
Because
there.
I don't want to approach it and be disrespectful. That's what I don't want. Because
Yeah.
certain words or whatever sometimes can be offensive or what. So I just want to ease into it. So we've been friends for a good minute, and if like I told one of my friends, I said if I was ever asked, oh yeah, of course. Now the first time I went over to their house for an event, I was a little nervous because I thought I was a little nervous because I didn't know. But now that we're becoming more friend, like we're around each other more, I'm very much attracted to her, and like I said, her husband is also tasty. So uh, I don't know. I wouldn't mind. Yeah.
You said,
Make me feel special. Make me feel like somebody. But yeah. So that's basically the touch of the dynamics of poly. So that's very interesting. I don't know. I don't know.
what's
I
your
know
ideal dynamic? What you looking for out here in these streets?
honestly. Matter of fact, the threesome that I had, if we could be in a poly relationship, I would not mind it. I wouldn't, because I trust her, and like I said, I trust him
Mm-hmm.
as far as us. Like I wouldn't mind it. I definitely wouldn't. Like she. Side note, and this is probably TMI, but I did not know how much I was going to enjoy watching him fuck her. It was like because they were in a position where I was like trying to figure out how. Because again, this is my first threesome. I was
You're
trying to
not
figure out
always
how.
gonna fit in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how am I going to. So I'm looking. I'm like trying to figure out how I'm going to position myself in it. And then I just stood back and looking like head, sideways. I'm like, huh.
I'm cool over
She
here.
was
I'm good.
dripping and he was balls just slapping her. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
you had a whole slow mo flick in your goddamn head. I love it.
I did. I was like, because after a while he kind of looked back and was like, come on. I'm like, oh, my bad.
My
Like
fault.
I was in a whole daze. I was just
Tag me in, coach. I'm coming.
that was a literally was doing that. I did not realize how much I was going to enjoy that. And most people are very not selfish, but they're like, oh, I can't share my man.
Hmm.
I didn't know how much I was going to be. Um, I didn't know how much I was going to enjoy that. It was, it just did something to me.
And you never know until you're in that situation and it
Yeah,
happened to go down, and you're just like, oh, I
yeah.
fuck with that. I fuck with that.
So, yeah,
You all right? Relax.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had one too many sips.
I'm already like 3, 4 shots in. I took one before we started.
I couldn't. I don't know if I'll be talking like this and I'm doing shots right
Are you a
now.
lightweight? You know what?
I'm an
Everybody always
occasional
picks on
drinker.
me. Everyone's like, "You're the skinny bitch. You always be the drunkest." I can hold my liquor though, so
I
I'm
can, but
cool.
I can't. My my sisters say I get stuck after a while. Like
Is
if
it a
I were to
certain
have this
type of
whole
liquor
bottle,
or just liquor?
I would say a certain type.
Okay.
I would say a certain type because if I were to finish this whole, well, the first bottle I had was halfway, so I'm almost halfway with this one. So with a whole bottle, after a while, it just depends. I'm sipping slow, but if I was to start taking it to the head, yeah,
Mm,
out of here,
okay. Okay.
and
I
I'll
need to
just be
know in
like,
case I'm ever in public with you. I need to be watching.
I have to make sure I'm. And it has to be a situation. If I'm out, I got to be riding with someone, or like if
That's
I'm
yeah,
driving, no, you're not getting this out of me. Like I know how
yeah,
to control myself.
yeah.
If I do have a drink, and which is a rare, like I'll be, you want a drink? No, I'm driving. Like I know how to tell. I know how to say no. Like you're not going to peer pressure me into drinking. So
Be
I know how to.
responsible in these parts.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
All right. Mm.
what Bobby Brown say? Drink responsibility.
We are not quoting Bobby Brown on no goddamn responsibility.
So yeah,
Stop it.
so I know how to drink responsible. Here I go. Yeah, just fuck it.
God
But yeah,
damn
so
it.
with the shots, it definitely
Mm.
depends. So the drink I'm gonna be drinking for the Never Have I Ever game. I mean, it's between Hypnotic and
Oh,
Hennessy.
I forgot we were still doing that.
Yeah, it's
All
between
right.
Hypnotic and Hennessy. So both of them
Can't
got me
do
fucked up.
hypnotic.
So
Give me brown all day.
yeah,
Give me
I'm
brown.
shocking. Hennessy is the only brown liquor I can drink. I've tried a couple of other browns and it was not good. Like what was that?
Mm.
What was um Dulce? I tried that one. I was like, ugh.
Mm.
One of my favorites. So
I'm cool with just some Captain Morgan, some Hennessy. I'll even rock some E&J every now and then. That's
Hennessy is about the only one I've tried as far as brown liquor. But normally I do like tequila or vodka. Typical.
tequila is my second go-to. It was either this bottle or Casamigos. So,
Casamigos, my pretty white toast. Oh, okay.
all right,
Now
focus.
let's get into. Did you have anything else to add with the poly, the different dynamics of poly, or that's basically the sole? Oh no! Sorry. Let me ask this because I had a few other Instagram questions. Everybody
Oh,
been
okay.
hitting me up on Instagram with this. Everybody's been so ready for this episode. So I had um, a male follower. He said, "Why is it so hard for men to get into poly relationships, or to tell someone that they're poly without judgment?"
You're always gonna get judged. You just gotta be ready for that. Like, if this is who you are and this is the life you want to live, you gotta be ready for the motherfuckers that don't like it because everybody's not gonna like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for everybody to get into it and find what they're looking for specifically because everybody wants so many different things. So I would just say, as long as you're upfront with it, you'll meet the person that actually is meant to fuck with you on this. If they got a problem with it, don't change for them. If this is who you're gonna be, just wait until you find the person that's gonna actually rock with you. Like, it's gonna happen to everybody, whether you male or female, non-binary, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It happens in regular male-female relationships, like monogamous
Exactly.
relationships, finding somebody. So yeah, just thug that shit out, bro. You got it.
Yeah, you
Just
got
keep
it.
being upfront with your intentions. Let these bitches know what you want.
Yeah.
They not bitches. Don't disrespect them.
Yeah.
They did. But
Because if you weren't honest with them, they have a problem with it. So
exactly. So if they have a problem with your honesty, then maybe that just
then
ain't for you. It just ain't for you.
fuck it.
Yeah.
And then the next question: why is it always the men that can be poly and not the woman?
So there's this chick that I follow on Instagram, and I believe her name is Passion Jones. And she is probably one of the only influencers that I've seen that has been in a one female and two male dynamic. And she is currently pregnant. and the comments and everything is just going off. And I was just like, she is showing everyone that it is possible to have this lifestyle, and people just be judging. So I say all of that to say that it's possible.
Mhm.
Passion Jones is out here living her best life with her two partners, her two male partners. I don't know all the ins and outs of their dynamics, but if you want something, it is achievable. And don't be letting these motherfuckers be out here telling you that you can't get it.
Baby, give me two Morris chestnuts or two Method Mans, and
I mean,
whew,
look, I'm not opposed to it. Not opposed to it.
but it's very rare that it's
It
very
is.
rare. Because I don't know if you ever seen. Do you you watch stand up comedy?
Yeah.
Dion Cole. There's
Yeah.
yeah, he has one on Netflix. I believe it's called Cold Hearted,
Yep. Hmm.
and he was talking about how he was basically talking about honesty. And he was saying
Hmm.
how, you don't know how far you can get if you would just be honest. Like, you'd be like, hey, babe, I got this girl mate I hooked up with a while back or a long time ago, or whatever. And I feel like, she's somebody you probably kick it with. And, if y'all hang out once, maybe all three of us can hang out and, maybe, we can interact together and she maybe can chip in on a few bills or whatever. And she was like, he was like, the girl was like, yeah, okay, I'll be with that. I'm cool with that. And while we're at it, I got this nigga. He said, I got this nigga that I know and that can chip in since we all chipping around this bitch.
I mean, we could be a whole goddamn tribe up in this
Exactly.
video. What you want?
And he said the guy was like, bitch, forget everything I just said. He was like, fuck
It's
that.
cool it's cool when you do it. It's a problem
When I do it. Fuck it. It's like, what the hell? So it's amazing because most, and I have a TikTok where I was talking about this too, where I think you seen it. I think you did. Where it was like, my man asked for a threesome, and I was like, okay, which one
When
of
you
you?
threw yourself across that bed,
Yeah.
bitch. Hell yeah, I remember that shit. That shit was funny as hell. That shit had me dying. I definitely replayed it a few times.
Well, so you're the reason my views went up.
It was
Thank you,
me.
girl.
It was me. Anytime.
Thank you. So it's so funny because most men, they want the male, female, but they don't want to share their woman. Like, what kind of shit is that?
That's just the men that you've encountered, because I know for a fact that there are men out there. I've on a dating app, okay, a guy reached out to my husband and asked if my husband would sleep with his wife and let him watch. First of all, in my head, I was just like, what? My husband was like, it's a setup. He's going to beat me upside the head when he see me with his wife, and it's going to be a whole situation, right? But people want what they want. I guarantee there's somebody else out there that wants the same shit that you want.
My guy, my current situation, he was asked to have sex with a guy's with his wife
Mm-hmm.
for her birthday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, where the fuck did he go? So I went looking for him because we can't have our phones back there. So I was like, shit, I can't text him. So I went looking around and he was looking for me. So like we was looking for each other. And he was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
come on. I'm like, what are you doing? He was like, this guy paid me to have sex with his wife.
Paid.
I was like, oh, well, shit, okay. But
Payment is a bonus.
I wasn't attracted to her, so I was like, you go, you go ahead, you enjoy that.
See, but you at least got to watch. You still got some enjoyment out of it.
I went and watched some other people. So, I mean, what Megan said, I like what I like.
You like what you like. I was
I like
just
what I
gonna say, you like what you like. That's fine. That's fine.
So yeah. So the last topic of discussion is swingers. So, what is your definition of a swinger?
Swingers for me are full swap couples. Couples that will swap males, females, just partners in general. There's soft swap, which sometimes, just the women play together, so the men play together, and then there's full swap
I'm
couples.
learning something new. I did not know soft swap. Look,
soft
click.
Swap. Yeah, you and this pen. You've had this pen mad handy. Nah, so soft swap is usually like, women interact, men watch, men interact, women watch, however you play it. And then the full swap couples, which is more along the swingers lines, where everybody swaps however you see fit. Typically, I don't think there's any type of romantic involvement with swingers. I think it's more of a physical thing. I could be wrong. I'm not a swinger, so I don't know. But I feel like it's just more of a good time, more of a fun
Yeah,
time type thing.
interesting. Because here's the thing: when I first got into this whole just everything with these type of relationships, the different dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
um, I always thought swingers was basically the same thing as open relationships. So
Yeah.
when that's why I was a little confused with the Will and Jada situation, if that's allegedly, like I don't
Yeah.
know, but I always like they people will always say they were swingers. So what I thought swingers was where Will can go have sex with whoever, and Jada can go have
Mm-hmm.
sex with whoever, but that's basically an open relationship, right?
Yeah, I
Technically.
think swingers might be more of something that they do together versus a
So
open
yeah,
relationship is
so
more,
I had
could
no
be an
idea.
individual thing.
Yeah, I had no
I might
idea.
have to
So
look into that some more myself because I don't know,
yeah,
but yeah, I think swingers is maybe more something they do together.
yeah. So you learn something new every day because, like I said, that was when I was in my high school years when that all that started coming out. It was just a reference. Everybody was like,
Hmm.
"Oh, I want this Will and Jada life," or whatever. So
But honestly, even in like a poly relationship, people refer to us as swingers, and I'm just like, we're not out here just like
yeah,
having orgies and like it's just a
yeah,
fucking free for all. Like, goddamn, we have rules
intimate,
and shit, like we do
intimate
shit.
setting.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so I think a lot of these different dynamics get mistaken for just being swingers, and I feel like a lot of guys probably get that
yeah,
response too whenever they try to say that this is the lifestyle they want to live. Everyone just looks at it as them trying to fuck around. So
yeah. See,
boo that.
that's why you got to educate yourself, and
That's why if you're able to explain that shit, ain't nobody coming at you like you just trying to fuck around. You actually know
yeah,
your shit.
yeah, you got to
We
educate
love a
yourself.
knowledgeable king.
Yeah, educating yourself, and it's just for players here to help you educate yourself.
Mm.
So, but like I said, I'm not even gonna give my definition of what I thought swingers was because I thought it was open relationship type of ordeal.
Mm.
But the terminology, it says swinging, sometimes called wife swapping, husband swapping, or partner swapping, is
Both
a
possible.
sexual activity in which both singles and partners in a committed relationship sexually engage with others for recreational purposes. Swinging is a form of non-monogamy. I'm sorry, I cannot see. Non-monogamous and an open relationship. So it
Yeah.
correlates a
Okay.
little bit, just a smidge, but not too much. But it's basically coupled, like
Yeah. Still something
two
they're doing
couples.
together. It seems
Mm-hmm.
like.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
interesting.
then, like I said, not necessarily a romantic situation. It's pretty casual. It seems
Very
so.
much casual. If hey, I never heard of poly swinger. Really, like I never heard of that. So I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
And the swinger thing is pineapples. If you see upside down pineapples anywhere, that
yo,
indicates that they're swingers.
speaking
It's a
of the,
thing.
I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of the damn pineapples, I had at my job they had these little stickers of
Mm.
different fruits. Like I can think they was trying to promote healthy eating because they had like pineapples, blueberries, cherries. Like it had just different fruits on a sticker thing, and they had a bunch of
Uh-huh.
them. I'm like, oh, I'll just take one just because. I put I put some of the stickers on my little spiral. I put the blueberries and the pineapple on there. And when I got into our meeting, one of my friends was like, she looked at my spiral and then she looked up at me. I was like, what? She was like, huh, you got a pineapple. I was like, yeah, this is just a sticker. She was like, do you know what that means? I
It's
was like,
never
well,
just
she
a
said, well, it's
sticker.
not upside down, but do you know what that means? I was like, no, what the fuck does that mean? And she was like, that means you're, well, damn it, I forgot exactly what she said, but basically it's saying that you're open to being in a poly relationship or swingers or whatever.
Swinger.
Swingers.
Mhm.
I was like, shit, now I gotta get a whole damn spiral.
Look, my daughter has a pair of Crocs and she has a little like jewelry shits on them and she has a pineapple on one of them. It's pure innocence for her because she's a kid.
Yes.
But I'm like, I can't wear your shits nowhere. Everybody thinks that I'm a swinger. Oh yeah, you gotta look out for that. You gotta look at grocery stores. People take a pineapple, put it upside down in their cart. They sending you messages. They sending messages. You
In
gotta
that
watch out.
cart, Lord,
And
you
you
can.
never know where you going. You never know where you're gonna meet somebody. Never know.
I'm I'll do that shit on purpose and just put a damn pineapple in my cart and just be walking around like.
Watch how many looks you get. You need to
Look,
get like a camera, so like a body camera, so you
I'm gonna
can
do that
record
damn
people's
Grinch smile
faces.
and be like. Oh
Yo.
my god, I'm gonna try this
Oh,
shit.
they
I'm
definitely
gonna
finna know this.
TikTok this shit. I'm gonna TikTok it and be like, let me see how many
Get
looks I
like
get.
get a t-shirt or some shit off of Etsy with the upside down pineapple. Just like a little one in the corner, something subtle. Oh, they
You
gonna
just gave
know.
me a TikTok idea. Before they ban that shit, I'm gonna try to do that.
Do that.
That is gonna be fucking hilarious. Oh my god, 3 minutes of me just walking around.
Go to Target.
Can I reach over and get these mayonnaise?
Look, go to Target. That's where the swingers at.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
No, I don't know. I figured.
Reach over here and get these mayonnaise, sir. Excuse me. Put this in my cart.
I just love pineapples.
Yeah, I just love me a good juicy pineapple, especially when it's upside down.
Subtle.
It's pretty much. Oh god. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god. And I ain't seen nobody do it, so that'll be fun.
It's gonna start popping up in algorithms. They're gonna start talking to you in a minute, and you're gonna start seeing that shit on your side.
Right. Look, phone probably already done populated everything.
It's up there.
As soon as I pop in on Instagram or Google, that's gonna pop up. But let's get into my favorite part. Never have I ever.
Oh, I always lose at this game.
Oh yeah. Well,
all right,
that's the whole purpose of of the It's Just For Play version. And this game, by the way, is sponsored by Lash Me Jazzy Adult Shop. So make sure you guys go check me out. So this game will be coming soon. Will be sold on www. How many drinks? How many cups of wine?
Chill out.
Correction. It will be available soon on www. Let me say this shit slow. dot Lash Me Jazzy Adult Shop.com. And I'll link it below. I will link it below.
Hey, I'm gonna do a half a shot because I've been taking shots.
Okay. No, drinking does something to me, so not the. That's why I take my phone on Do Not Disturb just in case I got a little call. Just in case, you never know.
All right.
I'm sleeping good tonight. It's gonna rain all night.
It's storming over here by me. I hear it rolling.
I hear it now. Like it wasn't. I just heard the thunder. Never have I ever. So let me run through the rules. This game is basically I call out something, and if you've done it, you drink. Take a shot. If you haven't done it, you sit back and listen to the story. If the other person has done it, So first one.
Oh,
you hear it?
I heard it.
Golly. Never have I ever gave a foot job.
I hate this game so much.
Now, oh my god. Now I'm curious. Now I want to come watch y'all ass. Like I'm very much intrigued now to come watch y'all ass.
Okay, first of all, let me go ahead and clarify. This was prior to my husband, and I was involved with a guy that had a thing for feet. And I have little feet. We're size 6, okay? And I have very high arches. And when you put them together, they do like that. Okay? And he asked me to do that. And there was one only time that I gave a foot job.
Oh, so it was a one-time thing.
It was a one-time thing.
Oh.
Yes.
Very interesting.
That was not my kink.
Wow. Because I used to follow, before I got banned on Twitter, I followed this lady that basically all her videos
on Twitter. Never mind. That's nope.
No. I'm finna say this shit because Twitter, y'all need to hear this unnecessary bullshit. They banned me because my picture, I can't remember what picture I had, but it was a picture of me maybe in some, provocative underwear or something. And I had that as my profile picture. And apparently you can post all the nasty shit you want on Twitter.
You just can't have it on their main. Yeah.
That shit didn't make any sense to me. But of course they blocked my ass from, they was like, you can appeal it or whatever. My appeal came back as still I forgot the word they used, but basically they took my
They
shit back.
rejected that shit. Yeah, I got you.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so she basically that's all her videos was based on. Like she was just giving, and I screen recorded a couple of them shits because I was like, I wore size 11. I only wore size 6 only once in my lifetime. So and that was a long time ago, probably when I was 6. But
Okay, chill
I wore
out.
size
Chill out.
11, so I was just always curious on how the hell you do that because I remember Young Jock also said it on Love and Hip Hop how Carly Red did that shit too. He said second time we had sex, she used her feet while she was doing it. I'm like, how the fuck? And even little Scrappy was like,
See.
that nigga was confused. And he was
No.
like, yo.
Okay. All right.
So
I want to see this in action.
that's why I was like, but you said it was a prior. Yeah, I'm like, damn, because I've always wanted to see it. So
That's crazy.
wow.
No, I'm not the one to show you.
Yeah.
Pass.
Well, hopefully I can find her. Hopefully they didn't take her down.
Okay, there you go. See, I hate this game. Go ahead. Go on with the next
Next
one.
one.
Let me
Next one.
just pre-pour my shit now. I hate this game.
Never have I ever gotten teabagged.
Gotten teabagged?
You dip the balls in your mouth like a tea bag.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, I was gonna say not intentional, but I'm gonna go ahead and drink.
Yeah, you do that. I feel like you came close.
Woo! That hit the back of my throat. Yeah, not intentionally, but I wanted one guy. I actually wanted one guy to just stand over me so I can see what. Because I think I had seen what's that damn movie? Soul Plane. And that's all the fuck they kept talking about. So when I finally found out the definition of teabag, I was like, "Oh, let's try it. Let's do it." So it was just an experimental type thing. I don't know if that's a turn on. I don't like licking balls. I feel like that makes them come faster.
It's gotta be part of a whole situation of fun happening. It can't just be on its own.
I feel like it makes them come faster, so I try to stay much away from the balls as possible. I need you to hold off another 3 minutes because
whatever makes you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good. No.
Yeah. The testicles out my mouth. Anywho, next one. Never have I ever. This is some kinky shit. Somebody said this, and I never knew what this was until recent. Never have I ever pegged a man.
A few moments later.
I hate this game. Yes, I have pegged a man, but I plead the fifth on that backstory.
Oh damn!
I plead all kinds of fifths on that one, but God. I will take my drink.
You're amazing. You're gonna be on another episode. I love you, bitch. You gonna be on another episode. I will allow you to say we'll talk about this off the podcast. I will allow you that.
Yeah.
Got a jail-free card. I will allow
come
you
see me on the side or something.
I gotta know this. I gotta know this. And this is a bonus one. We normally do 3, but this is a bonus one.
Okay.
Never have I ever had a threesome with 2 women. No men.
Oh no, I have not.
I haven't either, but I would love to. That's like a fantasy of mine.
I can get with it. I don't know if it's a fantasy of mine, but I can definitely get with it.
I would love to.
I just like some masculine energy in the presence somewhere. Maybe with the right women, you can pull it off.
Yes, definitely with the right women. Because I'm more so penetration over vagina. But
yeah,
in one of my moves, I would definitely love to see it. Like it never happened to me before, but I would love to see it. I would love to experience it. So
I've come close, but not all the way.
Yeah. This was fun. Oh my God. My God. And those for you that don't know what pegging a man is, that's basically, again, I'm new to this because I never knew what this was. Basically, it's where you either take a strap or a dildo and satisfy the man sexually. Is that right?
You hit the man's G spot. Yes.
Yeah.
Men have G spots. I'll
Yeah.
let y'all figure out where that is.
Yeah. Educate yourself. Go to Urban Dictionary or whatever.
Google, whatever.
Yeah, Google. Or Pornhub or whatever. Educate
XNXX,
yourself.
whatever. I've heard of a few. Whatever.
This was fun. Oh my God.
It
Was really
was.
fun.
I'm way less nervous now.
Yeah. See, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on, being so vocal. And you say you're not an educator, but you had a lot of great tips that I did not even know. And again, I learn something new every day. So
glad I can help a little bit. Don't quote me on nothing. Figure out your own shit too.
You're like, nah, bitch, I didn't say nothing.
What?
What?
I'm sorry. Educate yourself.
Jynx said, no. Jynx didn't say nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. So I definitely appreciate you because again, not a lot of people are willing to be open and vocal or free spirits. So. And me, I'm able. If you ask, I tell. Well, it depends.
I was raised, don't do nothing you would be embarrassed of other people knowing that you did.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I own all that shit.
I own all of it. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it happened. Shit, you live, you learn, or you live and you like it.
Yeah. That's it.
So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna put that in my Instagram notes. You live and you learn, or you live and you like it.
That's it. I like it.
Yes, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the push notifications button for future episodes. So yeah. And do you have any thing you want to shout out on your end as far as any? I'll put your Instagram below as well. But do you have any little side hustles or anything that you would like to mention?
Hell yeah. _ King's House ATL real quick. Custom rugs and logos out this bitch.
Right.
Whatever you need, it can be done. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, I need that biggie one. You know what? No.
I'm gonna do one for you so you can have it in the backdrop. It's gonna be fire.
That's my husband. I love me some Biggie. I don't give a fuck about he ain't all there, but that's okay. I low key want me a he's a person. Yeah. I want me a Cardi B one.
Even Cardi B rug?
Either with the tongue out or something. I don't know. I don't know what I want just yet, but I want a Cardi B one.
Yeah, we're gonna collaborate on something. I'm gonna get you one.
Yeah. But yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and thank you so much, Jynx, for hopping on. And I'm glad you were able to, let loose. I think it was the shot. It was definitely the shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for next episode. Mwah.